You want to hear something that you have never heard in your life before? Twitter just made an absolute W. I was debating on making this video uh, like 2 days ago when I first heard the news. But I came here because, I see it more on Twitter. I saw a lot of people making videos about it, especially Moist Critical. And I said, you know what? I'll just make the video because I was debating on making this like 2 days ago. But I just didn't really want to because of like the subject that it has. But you know what? Nah, I'll just do it right now. And it's about how Twitter has implemented a new policy that you are able to see where some accounts are generated from, like where have they originated from, and like that alone is just huge for this. It's like an actual like Trojan horse that Twitter has poured on their own account, and it's amazing actually because you get to see all these like these like accounts like that you think it's like, oh, it's here in America or it's here in like a different country, but guess what, it has nothing to do with America at all. Like you get to see like some of these like political accounts that are like super freaking like right wing or super freaking left wing, and you get to see that, oh, they're not even in America, they're just like in a different country. So like it's kind of crazy like what's going on right now, like the Twitter spectrum. I'm on it right now. I mean, I don't know if my account is on here, but it is on here. As you can see, it says that I am in the United States, right? So everything that I say about the United States is kind of valid because again, I live in the country, and I'm not saying that like um, if you say something about a different country, like you have no right to say something about another country. I think that's wrong. But I feel like if you're really going into a country and like you're like hardcore supporting it, and you're not even in that country, I feel like your opinions and all that means a little bit more less than someone who is actually living in that country. So if you're like an American and you're criticizing like a different country compared to someone who's actually living in that country criticizing the same thing about that same topic, I feel like that person who's living in that country has more of like an upsay of what you're saying when you're like here in America, right? Like you can't be saying something about communism in China while you're living in a capitalist society, which is in America, or vice versa. So I feel like that idea alone really does like open a lot of people's eyes about like, what's going on Twitter right now. Like some of the things that some people say on here on Twitter about politics or America or a certain country, like knowing like where they are from can really shape a new meaning about it. Because believe it or not, again, this is the internet. Everything that the internet says, you can't take it for. You have to take it with a grain of salt. Like some of the like there are a lot of accounts on Twitter that are just bots. Like it's literally like I feel like there are more bots on Twitter than there are freaking robots in Terminator. Like it's crazy how much bots are on Twitter and also the internet in general. So you can never take things with a grain of salt. Like there was actually like some patriot accounts that are like in Africa. Like who what why? Like come on, like be serious. Really, you can't be like kind of talking about American issues and agreeing with what's going on here in America, like speaking for the American people when you live in Africa. Like that makes no sense. It doesn't. I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I'm just saying like it just doesn't make any sense at all, right? Like I can't be speaking about like the UK like economy when I'm not even in the UK. Like I feel like people who should be speaking about the UK economy should be people who are living in the UK or even the UK government, right? I can't. I have no say in it because again, I must say this as nicely as possible. I don't really care, to be honest. I only care about my country only and what's going on in here. Like that's why I try to stay away from like all like the foreign like the foreign issues or like the like a very like global issue because again I don't really have that much information about other countries that much. The only like country that I know well is my country, which is America. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this opens a lot of like ideas that's going on Twitter right now, and I think it's huge. I I think it's really huge. Like I don't know if this is gonna like kill a lot of accounts. I mean, there were some accounts that got terminated. Like they like when this policy like came out, there were like a lot of accounts that were like very patriotic that got freaking like they just deleted the account because they people found out that, oh, they're not even from America, you know, and it's kind of crazy. Like, and there was also some like other like weird things that happened. So, like for example, there was the Department of Homeland Security's Twitter account was based on Israel for some unknown reason, and then it got changed. So I don't know if that was like a glitch. I don't know if that's really true. But if you know something a little about politics, you can see something like you can see like there's something going on with like the politics in Israel that's going on right now, like how Israel is kind of like influencing America's politics. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't want to like say anything like freaking like I'm gonna blatantly say that, but I'm not gonna like talk about that. But again, kind of weird how the Department of Homeland Security was based on Israel. Hey, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna, just keep beating this bush. But yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. It also tells you when some accounts were like made, so like what date it was made. I don't know if my information about like when my account was. Well, actually, I think it is made. I made my account in like 2023, right? So my account is literally 2 years old. But there were also some like accounts on there that like very political accounts. There was someone, I forgot his name. I think his name was like Harry. It's a very like he's like more like a Democrat, like left wing type of Twitter account. And there's a lot of like theories going on with his account, saying that they made his account when he was like a child, right? And it's kind of crazy how you can make why are you making a Twitter account for a child? Like that's not him making it, unless he did. Maybe he like he probably accidentally like downloaded Twitter on his phone and he just installed it and made an account for some reason, or like his parents had some sort of influence on making the Twitter account for his child. I don't know. Again, this new Twitter update, right, of like where they are from, when did this account originate from? Like it really does like help the Twitter ecosystem a lot, and I don't know if maybe this will even help the internet if they do implement this. Well, like some accounts will originate from. Like, don't give like the address of where the person is. Give the country, and if you give that country, it could tell you like a lot about like what that account is about. So if they're talking about their own country, okay, let's focus on that. If they're talking about like a different country that literally they have no idea what they're talking about, okay, let's not listen to that guy or go. So it does really help a lot. But there are also some downsides to it. Like people, like I be seeing on here, saying like when I press the country, like where they're from, it gives like a VPN thing. So maybe they're probably using some sort of VPN. Who knows? You can never be too sure, right? It's the internet. Anybody can, edit the internet. Anybody can like hack the internet. Anybody can like change things on the internet. It's the internet. If you know how to code, you can do literally kind of anything. To be honest, to a certain extent, But yeah, again, short little video talking about like how this is actually a W on Twitter, and I can see some accounts that are getting deleted. I can see some accounts that are opening up, and I can also see some people like talking in the comments like, "We don't like you no more," So I don't know if this is a good thing, if this is a bad thing. Who knows? But I kind of see this as like a good thing. So yeah, again, this is again a very real Twitter W. Never thought I would even say that, because Twitter is literally just a cesspool of website. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.